Y'all probably not gonna like this. I apologize to you right now for what I'm about to say, because I might hurt your feelings a little bit. Andre, did you see the news for a live-action Jetsons film to possibly star Jim Carrey as George and directed by Colin Trevorrow? I did see that. I'm gonna tell y'all something. Y'all probably not gonna like this. If you're one of those people that watches everybody's movie news video and go crazy with it, I'm sorry. I apologize to you right now for what I'm about to say, because I might hurt your feelings a little bit. I do see stuff like that all the time. I have gotten to a point in my life where I just don't care. And I don't mean I don't care like I'm not excited. Like I want to see this happen, but I have been on this online for so long and seen so many, did y'all hear this movie's gonna get made that never got made, when there's tons of stuff that's been made that I haven't even seen. I care when I see a trailer. That's really where I'm at. When they were doing that whole like, who's gonna be the Fantastic Four? Who's gonna be cast now? Ooh, did you see this new picture from the Spider-Man set? I'll find out when I watch the thing. I'm too old, man. I'm too old to be caring about that kind of stuff. When it's made and I can watch it, then I can give you all the emotions in the world. I can give you emotions for real stuff all the time. I cannot give you emotions for things that are speculated. I don't mind talking about it. I don't mind saying like, yes, would I like to see a live action Jetsons movie? Yes, I would. But that's as far as my energy is gonna go, because literally 10 years will come down and that thing will still not get made. Because you know what? I remember they were talking about making a Jetsons movie back when the Flintstones movie was made. Back in like 95 or whatever, when they made the Flintstones movie and now it's a success, that was the first thing that came out the gate. Oh, we gotta make a Jetsons movie now. If I'm sitting in the theater watching, I don't know, Mutant Mayhem 2 or something, Wicked for Even More Good, or whatever I'm watching, and I'm looking and it says trailer coming soon, and I hear, in a world of the future, Jim Carrey is meet George Jetson. Elizabeth Banks is Jane, his wife. Sabrina Carpenter is daughter Judy. When I hear that, then I'm hyped. Then I'm like, let's go, baby, let's go. Jetsons movie, I'm there. Until then, that's great. That's my horrible trailer for the Jetsons. Also, I don't know where that cast came from. That was just the first names that popped in my head. I don't know if Elizabeth Banks will be Jane. I don't know if Sabrina Carpenter would be Judy. You know why I thought Sabrina Carpenter? Because of the singing. Because Judy Jetson used to rocking it with Judy Jetson. Rockin' by a million stars. I'll tell you something about some Jetsons. I remember the Jetsons meet the Flintstones.
The Space Age meets the Stone Age.
That was the whole reason why I wanted a VHS player, was because they released a movie called The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones. And instead of them putting it in theaters, this is when VHS was like booming. So they were like, the only way you could watch this movie is on VHS.
Hanna-Barbera's favorite families trade places in The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones at your video store today. It's about time.
And at the time, we did not have a VCR. And I literally begged for a VCR just so I could have a chance to watch the Jetsons Meet the Flintstones. You know how when you get older, there's just, you don't remember everything when you're young, but you remember like very specific memories. I remember coming home one day and my dad was just like, check out the TV. And I'm like, the TV looks normal. I don't know, you watch the TV. You watch TV all the time. I didn't say that to him because, you know, I'm from a black family. You can't talk back to your family like that. And then I looked up on the top of that TV and I saw that little VCR player and I was like, oh! He bought a VCR and we went to the video store and boom, pulled out the Jetsons Meet the Flintstones. I was like, what? Let's go. Meet George Jetson, Flintstones, meet the Flintstones. Oh, that was a good day. When I got a VCR and a Nintendo, and especially when I got them in my room, I probably could have bought a house with the amount of money I gave to Blockbuster Video. But this is the thing. The Jetsons had like other movies. There was a movie called Rockin' with Judy Jetson. And it was just like this musical adventure that Judy Jetson went on.
Judy really is a songwriter.
Who knew she could write such meaningful lyrics?
And then there was Jetsons the movie, but Jetsons the movie actually came out in theaters.
All right.
The Jetsons, in their first feature-length motion picture.
Congratulations.
And they had the original voice cast except for Judy. They replaced her with Tiffany because, you know, they had to put a celebrity in there for voice casting. Even back then they did it. Chris Pratt is Judy Jetson. Chris Pratt, Judy. But anyway, as I was saying, there was Jetsons the movie. I actually saw that in theaters. I think that was the last time that both George and Spacely were voiced by their original actor. Someone said yes, there was the last time that George O'Hanlon voiced George, which is crazy that the voice actor for George Jetson was also named George. And Mel Blanc, I believe that was the last time he voiced Mr. Spacely. I think Roger Rabbit was the last time that he voiced those characters. When they started doing more Looney Tunes stuff in like the 90s, I think that's when Jeff Bergman took over. This is another funny thing about Jetsons. Jetsons came out not too long after the Flintstones, but it wasn't as successful at first, but it got really popular when they added it to the Saturday mornings and weekday afternoons. They would just play it alongside the other cartoons. And so the next generation got real hyped with the Jetsons, to the point that I think it was in the 80s, they made like a whole new string of Jetsons cartoons. So that's why if you watch the Jetsons, the first season and the seasons after that, the animation looks completely different, because the first season is like the old school animation that we would see with like the Flintstones and Yogi Bear and stuff. But then the other ones look like an 80s cartoon because they made them later in life, but they had the same cast and everything. It like had a second life basically. And so that's why we ended up getting a Jetsons movie around that time, because the Jetsons were so popular.
First movie from the family that's truly ahead of its time. Jetsons, the movie.
And they wanted to do a Flintstones movie as well, but then they decided, of course, to do Flintstones as live action.
The Flintstones.
I'm home!
There you go. You learned something about Jetsons today. You didn't expect that, did you?